Welcome to my Sitecore Diaries. Today we are going to see dependency injection in Sitecore. I am Jitendra Ghanekar. I am Sitecore 10.NET certified developer. I am a Sitecore architect and consultant from Mumbai. So before starting the video, I will suggest you to go visit this video, dependency injection and C#. Recently only I have uploaded this video. You can visit this video. I have given the link in the description, the I button, as well as in the comment. This video will recap your, this video will clear out your concept of dependency injection. Then you can understand how it is implemented in the Sitecore. So I will suggest to visit this video, and if you have already seen this video, then we will see in today's video how that will get applied into the Sitecore. So before starting today's content, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, and if you are liking the video, please click on a like button. Do share it with your friends and colleagues and provide your feedback via the comment. So let's start today's topic. So let's see Microsoft DI in Sitecore. So once you install Sitecore or you run the Sitecore package from NuGet, there will be multiple references will get added, and in those references, if you see these are the three DLL references which you will see, which are related to the dependency injection. One is a Microsoft extension dependency injection. The next one is the Microsoft.extension.dependency-injection.abstraction, and third one is the Microsoft extension.dependency model. So these will get installed automatically, or this will get referred it automatically. So you have to use the two namespaces in your code to support the dependency injection. One is the Microsoft.extensions.dependency injection, and the another one is the Sitecore.dependency injection. Okay. So let's see DI in feature project. So if you are using a Helix architecture, there will be multiple projects which you will have in your solution. There will be feature projects, project projects, and the foundation projects. So let's see an example with the feature project how you will do it. So assume that you have a sample component which displays the data from the external source and the internal source. External source may be some API, internal source may be from the Sitecore. Okay, we are not going in the detail now. Okay, so for this you will create a service which will get a data to the sample component. This is our requirement in the feature project. So you have a sample component project where you need to implement this. Okay, so as a best practice, what you will do is you will create a interface. Say let's give an example name to iSample Comp Manager. Okay, which will have a two methods, which will, one is giving the display internal data and another is the display external data. Now don't go with the logic here, just understand that there will be a two methods. Okay, it may reply, depending on your requirement, it may may return some model, or may require some parameters. Okay, so there will be you will create an interface which will have a two methods. One is for the external source and another is for the internal source. Now you will create a service class, okay, where you have a display data service iSample Comp Manager. That interface you will inherit. Here you will have your logic. Okay, now display external data and display internal data. Now that logic can be anything, like you can integrate with the API, get a data and return the data, something like that you might have it. Okay, so for just our understanding, you have two methods where you can have your logic. Okay, so there will be two different components, can be two different components, one which display the external data, another can be display the internal data. Now if you go to your controller, then you will have a two methods. So two methods here, or two different components here. You have one which is displaying your external data component. So it is here if we are doing it without DI, then you are directly creating the object of the sample service and you are utilizing it for the both external data and the internal data. So this is how you will do it for the DI without DI. Okay, where you will create the concrete class object of your service. Okay, so I think So this is not the best practice, so we have to replace with the di. So that we will see the next release, that next slide, that how we can replace this code with the di code. Okay, so first thing which you have to do to apply the di in the Sitecore is create a registered dependency class. So this is, for that you will need a two namespaces which you have to include it, which I mentioned in the first slide also, that you will need Microsoft.extension.dependency injection and Sitecore dependency injection. And then in your register dependency you have to inherit iService configurator. So this is a configuration which you are building for the DI. So you have to create one class called register dependencies which will inherit iService configurator as your interface, and in the configure method of that register dependency class, you will have the parameter iService collection. Okay, and then you can define the dependencies here. Okay, so there are three methods which you can use for it to define the scope of a service which you are going to create. First is and transient, that is the service are created each time they are requested. So every request the object is getting created. Then add scope, the service are created once per client request. So every client request it will create the service, or it create the object. And then add singleton, the service are created for the first time and they are requested, and then every subsequent request will use the same object. Okay, so basically single object will get created. So here in configure method there are two things which we have to do. One is you have to map your interface which you are using for the service with your service. So here we are using two in our example we are using iSample comp manager is our interface, and display data service is our service layer. Okay, so here if you see we are mapping both the things here. Okay, and along with this, that is a one additional thing which you have to do in the Sitecore is you also have to give the dependency of your controller. Okay, so which controller you are using? For us it is a sample comp controller, so we have to add this sample comp controller also, comp controller also in your dependency. Okay, this is the additional thing which we have to do for the Sitecore. There are some external DLL which we are not discussing here, but that will help you to, if you are using those, that will help you to register all your controllers. If you see in this example, we are only registering the sample comp controller. So, okay, so there are few external DLL which will help you to register all the component in one book. Okay, so that also you can use it, but for the simple understanding purpose I have used only the inbuilt whatever we have in the Sitecore. Okay, Sitecore.kernel, when you apply what you get in the Microsoft DI, that is I have shown you. Okay, so this is very important. First thing is you have to register your dependency. So you have to create a register dependency class which will inherit iService configurator, in which you will use configure method to give the dependency, to define the dependencies. Okay, and you can have a three methods, so we can use add branches, add scope, and add singleton depending on your purpose. And very important thing is you have to also give the dependency of your controller. So once you create this class, you have to register the service configuration. Okay, so now this is a class you are defined, but you have to register it in the configuration. So how you will do it? You have to create a patch file. Okay, so this is your patch file. In your Sitecore services configurator, you will add a new configurator here, where you will say that which is the your configurator class. So we have created register dependencies is our register class. Okay, then which DLL it is from, that is from our feature.samplecomp. So this is how you will define your patch, you will add your patch. So these are the two things which you have to do for registering your DI. Okay, so once you done those configurations, then you are ready to use the DI. Okay, so now how does our controller class will change? Now let's see that. So here what we will do is first we will define the private read only object here as sample copper interface. Okay, that is sample corps underscore sample corp service. And now there are two ways you can create the instance of your service. One is with a parametric constructor, okay, like this, where you will create the constructor and you will pass the dependency. What is our dependency? It is the comps manager, right? Service is our dependency comp manager, so that is we are passing it, and then we will define this object. Okay, we will create an object. That dependency will create an object. This is one method. Another method is if you don't have the parametric constructor and you do not passing anything to the constructor, then you can use, there is something called service locator. Okay, that you can use it. If you see service locator dot service provided dot get service, and then you have to define here, see here, you have to define here what type of a object you want. Okay, so this is how it will return your object. It will create an object, and then you can directly use those object here in your methods. So this is how you will implement the dependency injection in the Sitecore controller class. Okay, now let us check this code in the Visual Studio. Okay, so if you see the my feature class, okay, so what I have done is, first of all, I have created the model. So you can ignore this also. Okay, whatever model you want to create, you can create that. Okay, then there is a service here, display data and interface is, and its interface. So its interface I have defined here, and display interface model is this model I'm passing. Okay, now this code can be changed, like you can return this sample code here. Okay, depending on your business logic. So your service might be interacting with some API and getting a data and returning the model, or maybe you are getting something from the Sitecore and creating the model and returning it. So whatever your logic, depending on, you can create your methods. Okay, there's nothing to do with anything with the your interface here. It is sorry, your DI here. Here your core logic will come in picture. Okay, then you have a display data. Okay, where you pass the iSample comp manager to display data service, and you have a two methods. Okay, and your business logic there. Then where we have register is, I have created one folder here, configurator, and this is a configurator class where we have a register dependency .cs. Okay, here we are using this two namespaces. Okay, we have named is register dependency. We have inherited the service configurator. You can see from where it is taking, it is coming from Sitecore.dependency injection.i service configurator. Then you are having the iService collection as a parameter here for the configure method. Okay, you can see which namespace it is showing. It is again showing the Microsoft.extensions.dependency injection iService collection. Then this service collection which you are passing here is, you are allowing to add the extension. If you see, read the what it is written, adds a transient service of that type specified in the service type. So you have to specify which is your interface and which is your service. Okay, here this is map. Okay, then you have to define your you have to register your controller. Okay, then to complete the registration, you have to add the patch here. Okay, which I have added here. In the service you have a configurator. Okay, this is your configurator, where this is your class and this is your DLL. Then I come back to the controller, and here what we are doing it, as usual, if you are trying to create the component, you will inherit the Sitecore controller class. Okay, then we have added here Sitecore.dependency injection as your namespace. Okay, reference. Then we have created read only parameter here, iSample comp managers interface object, and then that is passed to this constructor. Okay, and this object is getting created here. Okay, then if you don't have this method where you are passing the parameter to the constructor, then you will use a service locator. You see from where the service locator is coming, it is coming from a sitecore dot dependency injection dot service locator. Then you have a service provider get service. If you see here uh, which object you want to create, that is iSample comp manager, and type of this one. Okay, and then you can use that object into your service. So this is how you will create the you will use the DI with the Sitecore. I'm giving an example of a feature project. It can be used similarly in the project, or can be used similarly in the foundation classes. Okay, so this is how DI used. It is a default Microsoft DI which is utilized in the Sitecore. Okay, now we are done for today's video. Okay, so if you are still have not watched the video of what is dependency injection, what is the concept of dependency injection, then please watch that video. It is there in the description. The link is in the description as well as in the comment. Also, you will see at the end, also you will see the video link, so you can click on that link and understand what is DI concept, and then again you can come back to this video to understand how it is used in the Sitecore. Okay, so I am done for today. If you like the video, please click on the like button. Please do share with your friends and colleagues, and do provide your feedback via the comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click on a bell icon to get a latest update. Thank you. Thanks for watching.